The astrology of Chappell Roan. Chappell Roan's birth chart right now is lit up like a Christmas tree. There are so many important and potent things happening for her. Let's look at it. First of all, have to say her birth time is not confirmed. This is a rectification that someone did. So she may be a Libra rising, which honestly would explain a lot because she has so many Pisces placements in her sixth house. And right now Saturn is in Pisces. It's currently moving in between her South Node and her Mars in her area of work, what she does on a daily basis for money. And I think it's amazing that she is canceling her tour to focus on her mental health because that's literally part of her destiny and her purpose. By the South Node being in her sixth house in Pisces specifically, we could tell that she, in a lot of past lives, has a wound of putting others' needs before herself and draining her physical and probably mental health because of it. Her destiny is to learn how to overcome that and to put her mental health first, above other people's, regardless of what thoughts or feelings of perfectionism or wanting to please other people come up in doing so. She also has Mars moving through her 10th house, which I think is when all of the political stuff came to light. And from what I've researched, her quote was completely taken out of context and people were just spinning it, like what seems to be a very freaking common thing nowadays. Taking one little thing she said out of the whole paragraph in the context of what she said it and where she said it and making it into something that it's not, which makes sense. I mean, Mars is the planet of aggression and chaos. So is Uranus, which she has in her area of other people. Like she makes her money from other people. So 8th house thing. The current Uranus in Taurus is in a challenging aspect with her Mercury, so her ideals, her communication are being taken out of context, especially when it comes to her creative ideas, 5th house themes, and that is showing up as aggression in her area of public image, reputation. That's what the 10th house rules. It is trining her natal Mars, or it will be soon if it's not already, which I think is going to be a good thing for her to like spin this into creativity and channel something good from all of this. But it's never easy to have people attacking you for things you didn't even like say or mean. I really truly think she is a beautiful example of what we're moving into with like celebrity culture and the age of Aquarius. I mean, she's gonna have Pluto on her Neptune soon in her area of creative passions and pursuits. And since her Mercury is in the 29th degree in Aquarius, it's like she already has this innate knowing of what the collective is moving into, especially with her being a Pisces and having Jupiter on her sun. She's really paving the way, I mean, as Aquarius does, for innovation and more humanitarianism by setting boundaries and being embodied in those boundaries. Like she is a living example of how we all need to move forward into the new that Pluto and Aquarius is begging us for. Starting next year, she is going to have the North Node in Pisces moving through her 6th house, activating all of this stuff as well. In a good way, although the nodal opposition is typically challenging, I think this is when she's really going to get more creative, and people who do things differently are always seen as like crazy or weirdos at first, but then when it becomes more normal, we start to accept them and see them as the pioneer of innovation that they are. And I think that's going to happen for her in the next like year or two. People that are giving backlash now are like, oh, you know what? She was actually onto something. Like, it's probably good she stood up for herself in the ways that she did, which is very moon on Pluto and Sag in the 3rd house. Like, the birth chart don't lie. What are your thoughts? Let's chat about it below.